Hello and welcome to my 51st book synopsis. Most of us are from the corporate world, and as we grow up in our hierarchy, we see that many times we spend most of our time in playing meetings during the day. And are the meetings useful, constructive? Sometimes we don't have answer for that as well. But meetings are important part of our life. So the book I am going to talk today is written by Edward De Bono. Everybody knows who he is. In 1985, the name of the book is Six Thinking Hats, and he talks about conducting a successful meetings. He claims that by using this technique, the time can be substantially reduced and better results can be achieved. Now everybody understands the concept of thinking hat. We say this many times. Okay, I am putting a thinking hat. But do we need a book for this? Everybody understands what meeting is. You start with the agenda, you discuss each point and you reach the conclusion. But is it so simple? No. So what is special about this book? This book gives a method to this madness of achieving the result out of the meetings. So the book talks about, I'll come to things six hats a little later, but book talks primarily about all the members of the meeting thinking in a same direction. It doesn't not mean that they need not have to contradict with each other, but if they think in the same direction, the meetings can be fruitful. Now the example which I can give you is that let us say that a person puts up some proposal which is completely creative and new, and there will definitely be people with malicious or benevolent intention to cut it down to say why it will not work. Most of the times that person will not come out with a new idea. So the author says that rather than cross-cutting, all should think in one direction but consider all the aspects while taking the decision. So what does that mean? So here it comes the concept of six metamorphically colored hats, not actual hats obviously, and each hat should be worn at some point of time by all members in that group and take a decision. So the first hat obviously is about blue. The blue hat is of the person who is going to conduct the meeting. So this hat is not worn by all but by one person who is chair of the meeting or who is going to conduct the meeting, because that is an important hat. Probably meeting should start with the blue hat and end with the blue hat. That's the importance of blue, because that will decide how others will behave. Second one is white. Now white hat is equally important. White hat is facts and information. This does not have any assumptions, any presumptions, any creative idea. It is primarily talks about data for a particular meeting. Say we are discussing sales, then the data should talk whether it is in absolute terms, percentage terms, comparison, whichever may be the fact, but it should talk only about data. So it creates base in a way. The third point is red hat. Now red hat is an interesting concept. This allows you to formally express your feelings. All of us know that during our meetings, many decisions intentionally or unintentionally are taken because of some feelings towards something, whether good feeling, bad feeling, whichever way. This allows you, the members, to express their feelings freely without justification. So that portion gets eliminated before going ahead. The next one is black. Black hat is a hat of, you can say, a caution. It lists down risks, dangers, downside, probable obstacles, problems, etc. So this is, we can say, being careful. This is not an argument, but this is being a caution. The next one is in a way opposite to black hat, which is yellow. yellow is a shining sun, so it's a shining color. So in this, primarily people are expected to talk about positive and constructive thinking. There is a difference between thinking and feeling. In earlier it was a feeling, here it is thinking. So positive and constructive thinking in logical and practical way. All four words are very important. We need to understand this concept very clearly. It is not a feeling, it is a thinking. So it is expected that people talk about it in a positive way, but logical and practical manner. The last and sixth is green hat. Now green hat is purely creative thinking. Of course, authors have claimed that creative thinking can be created. It is not necessary that it should be born. In fact, he has a separate book called as lateral thinking, for which synopsis I have done in my book synopsis number 47, in which author talks about how to do creative thinking. He has given two concepts amongst others. Two, I'm just noting it down. One is PO, other is random thinking. So creative thinking is equally important. So creative thinking is nothing but search for alternatives, because that's finally the important. Whatever decision we are going to take, if we are able to think something out of the box, so out of the box things comes here. These are the 6 hats which author has claimed. Now, is there a sequence for this? No, not necessarily. Generally, it should start with blue and end with blue. But beyond that, blue will decide what should be the sequence, whether everything should be considered in that or not. But yes, if all talk in one same hat, it becomes much more useful. Now, there can be a question that whether it will be successful. The point is that yes, one of the things which I think is that one of the important activity for being successful using this technique is that all should be aware about this technique. Without that, obviously, this cannot be a success. With this, I come to the points which critics have raised. I will list down only 2 points where critics have said. Critics have said that while it looks okay, you artificially binds you to talk in a particular way, and thereby it restricts thinking, and rather than saving the time, sometimes time can get actually be wasted. Second downside is that a person can be branded to wear a particular hat. So somebody can be said that he always wears a black hat. So that's also one downside which critics have said. But I believe unless we try, we will not know whether this can work or not. Obviously, if the author has put so much thought behind it and people have used it, we need to look at whether this can be successful by using it. If it doesn't work, fair enough. I think that was all from my side. This was something different that I read. Somebody had recommended me, I do not remember who, but I thought I will just present it. And that's all from my side this time. I'll be posting this video obviously on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, Books from My Eyes, and on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, please do like and subscribe to Facebook page as well as my YouTube channel. That will give you alert on 1st of every month without fail. Thank you so much. Bye bye.